Welcome back to another StarCastTV, and I'm Scan. Today we are going to be casting some Ultimate Battle event. This is going to be a total 9 games, Mini versus Barracks, and I am today joined by Legoman.
Hey everyone,
And
it's Legoman.
And we are going to be taking a look at the replay. We are not going to do the live cast today because we weren't there to cast live. So we got the replays ready. We'll be moving into game number 1 momentarily once the host is ready. And let's get the game started. At the first map, of course, it is going to be Allegro. Okay, so Mini versus Barracks on an Allegro. And let me set this setting up. Alright, so we'll be starting the game number 1 momentarily. Alright, spawning location in the top left, the purple Protoss. This is Mini.
And spawning location at the top right, this is Barracks. S Assassin.
Oh yes, he's using a nickname instead of Barracks. He loves to use Assassin. I guess he's type of a player who loves to play super aggressively. I guess he wants to assassinate his opponent, I suppose.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a 4-player map. They're gonna be played on Allegro. It's a different version than a Largo on ladder map pool. Very similar looking, but the center map design is somewhat different. And we are seeing Mini is first of all putting down the pylon on the high ground.
Yeah, that will probably be a proxy gateway on his natural.
And there's a depot being built under the command center, so therefore you can have SAV spawning at the right side much quickly. And Mini sending out the probe already at the natural. This is going to be the 9 gate. So what does it mean by 9 gate? Legoman?
9 gate, well, your Zealot comes out faster than your 10 gateway, about like 3 or 4 seconds earlier. So that 3-4 seconds make a huge difference. And he just wants to harass the Terran as soon as possible with his first Zealot, and he's doing a cross spawn scout. This implies that he is going to get more Zealots if Terran is on the on the close spawn, and if the Terran is on the cross spawn, he's just going to get 1 Zealot and maybe go for that Nexus first or anything else.
Okay, so that's a great insight to hear from a Protoss point of view, and we are seeing Barracks already going for the 12 refinery into 13 scout. All the way to the bottom side, this is going to be the vertical scout, and normally when Terran sees this early probe at this game timer at 2 minutes 13 seconds, Terran usually thinks the Protoss spawns at the bottom left side, which is the 7 o'clock location.
Yeah.
And let's see whether he's going to be scouting 7 o'clock or is he going to be doing the end scout.
It's highly likely that Barracks is just going to go, Barracks scouting ASCP is going to go to 7 o'clock because, yeah, Protoss players don't usually do the cross spawn, but actually Barracks is going to 11 o'clock, so that's very good for him. But he needs to be careful with this Marine. Alright, got that health point with the probe, and Mini is actually kind of rotating his Zealot, but Barracks actually saw the Zealot.
Yeah, there's a single Zealot and a single probe. Doing some mind game here, whether they want to fight each other or whatnot. But there's a Cybernetics core already spinning. This is going to be 2 Zealot production into Gun follow-up.
Got that probe nicely. And Barracks already has 3 Marines in full HP, so dealing with the Zealot is not going to be a huge problem, but 2 Zealots make huge difference.
Oh, SCV got stuck. Okay.
Yeah, there was a bit micro mistake there.
This is not looking great for Barracks, losing those 2 Marine, 3rd Marine. And
Alright, he got that first Zealot though.
Yeah, but the Gun is already on the way. I mean, he doesn't have enough Marine count or the Vulture out on the map to deal against this pressure.
That Dragoon was so fast. How is this Dragoon so fast? Oh, I see why. Mini wasn't producing any probes until now. So that's why the Dragoon was so fast.
So he was cutting off some probe production to have the stubbornness core really fast, and this cutting off some probe to have this early Gun and an early Zealot does pay him off really well here.
Right, but as long as Barracks kill all of these Dragoons and probes and Zealots, because Mini has so low on workers, relatively low on workers, Barracks still doesn't have a chance, but there's another Dragoon.
Yeah, this is the second Gun just now came, and Barracks is losing a lot of mining time. He's instantly putting down the bunker as soon as possible, but at the same time, we're gonna be taking a look at Mini's main base, Siraba Dun.
Yeah, it's not going to be Zealot leg speed, it's going to be DTs. And Mini has also thrown down another gateway as he built that Templar archive, so this is going to be 2 Dark Templars. This is a semi all-in build. Because Mini's Natural is so late, he has to end the Terran with these 2 Dark Templars, and I don't see an engineering bay go down for the Terran.
Yeah, still no engineering bay, but good thing for Barracks that he does have the decent amount of worker count. He's also leading, and his command center is definitely faster than Mini's at the moment. But thing is, I mean, he has been getting all those pressure by these 3 Gun with the range upgrade, so it's kind of hard for him to predict this is going to be the DT follow-up.
Right. And Barracks has no information about Mini. Like he doesn't know whether Mini is gone for that natural, or he doesn't know what Mini's doing at all. So Barracks has to build something like an academy or an engineering bay, but instead he's going for that really fast armory in one factory. So this is highly likely that Barracks is just going to die by those 2 Dark Templars.
Yeah, I would like to see him at least putting down an eBay at the last second or whatnot, but he's not taking care of his bunker. 4 Guns are going to be diving in. Nicely throwing some Gun... forgot the disruptor something of
phase disruptor thing.
And nicely doing the harassment here, but the DTs are already on the way.
Yeah,
but got nothing.
Barracks still doesn't have an engineering base, so this is pretty much GG. As soon as he sees that, he's just going to tap
there's
out.
no any other way to defend this DT rush, so this is gonna be the GG for Barracks. So that was a nice mind game of Mini, how he executed Barracks with the early stage of the game. So what do you think of that Mini's playstyle from this game number 1?
Well, as long as you defend that first Zealot and get that first Zealot before the second Zealot arrives, Terran is actually defended that well, but he couldn't get that first Zealot. So as soon as 2 Zealots arrived, those Marines that were protected by the supply depot in Barracks SimCity, they had nowhere to go, surrounded by 2 Zealots, lost all of the Marines, and the Dragoon was so fast that Dragoon was relatively faster than that build. So, yeah, he just died to those Dragoons and DTs.
Alright, so that's good to hear from Mini's Protoss perspective, how Mini was playing. And we'll be moving into game number 2. And of course, the loser will be picking the map. Barracks will be choosing the map Polypoid. So we'll be moving to game number 2, Mini versus Barracks on Polypoid. Alright, spawning location in the bottom right, the brown Protoss. This is Mini.
And spawning location at the bottom left, our red Terran, Barracks.
So this is going to be the horizontal matchup. And whenever it's a horizontal matchup, I think Terran is still doable to play against Protoss, because it's kind of easier way of taking the expansion towards to your 4th expansion at the 9 o'clock.
Right, the Protoss has a long way to attack through that 4th expansion on Polypoid.
And here's Mini once again putting down the pylon on the high ground at the ramp.
Yeah.
So this is most likely gonna be same way of putting down the gateway at the natural.
Right. Another maybe 9 gateway, and because the Protoss spawned at the minerals fields on the right side, this 9 gateway might even be faster than the last game, because last game the mineral field was on the left side. And let's see how fast this. Oh, it's actually a 10 gateway. Okay. 10 gateway at 13.5-ish seconds. I wonder why he did a 10 gateway this game. Last game was 9 gateway, but this game is a 10 gateway.
And we are seeing Barracks putting down the Barracks a bit more behind than the previous game, because last game he put his Barracks so forward to his ramp and he had some tough time dealing against the Zealot aggression in the early stage. But now he did put down the Barracks a bit behind, so much easier for him to defend this time.
Right. And we also gotta see where he's going to put down his factory. You can put down your factory behind those barracks and supply depots in city, but if you do like that, and the Protoss is going for the double nexus, then your factory is a bit behind it, so your vulture is a bit late, and that kind of counts. But if you put your factory behind your barracks, it's easier to defend that early zealot. And actually, Mini has gone for the gas, so it's not going to be a zealot expansion.
Or he's already making the second Zealot on the way. And second Zealot into Cybernetics Core follow-up. So this is most likely going to be 3 Zealot into a Gun follow-up.
Right.
And Barracks once again sending out his Marine, but the Marine will be meeting that Zealot.
Ooh.
Gotta be careful.
That Marine shouldn't get blocked by that probe. Ooh, nice block. Okay, this actually hurts. This Marine getting shot by that probe 4 times. Ooh, but he still gets that probe, so that means a lot. Ooh,
yeah,
that was close.
Yeah, those 4 hit on the Marine. That was definitely nice for Mini, because it's pretty much 2 hits away of taking down the single Marine. And now this Zealot is trying to pick up the Marine, but will he be?
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. As long as you get that first Zealot before the second Zealot arrives, the Terran has actually done really well defending this Zealot.
And I'm somewhat curious why Mini is playing like this way instead of playing like Nexus first build. I mean, this is kind of like the old school playstyle where you put down 3 pylon into a Nexus, and whenever Protoss goes for 3 pylon into Nexus, it doesn't feel that great for Protoss. You don't feel rich, you feel kind of poor. Your advanced building like a robotic facility, everything gets delayed. So
as we see,
I'm curious why does he play like this?
Well, personally, I think that let's look at this situation. The Dragoon is far away from getting produced, right? Yeah, and that SCV is going to block that ramp. So this vulture is probably going to take out, like, what happened here? Well, okay, crazy stuff happening on both sides.
It's a cross counter, I was to say, and this is going to be the harassment for Mini with the single Zealot, single Gun, and single Vulture. Let's check it out. It does have 7 kills already.
8. Oh, that was close. All right, 7 kills, and the Protoss got, well, it gets few SCV kills, but the thing is, the Terran's command center, the natural command CC is almost the same as the Protoss Nexus, right? Yeah, it's about the same. So Terran is on a very Terran is having a great game right now.
So he's having a slightly of a lead in the early stage, but once again, Barracks is just playing way too aggressive here, and of course, Guns are much faster than Siege Tanks, so these Guns will be sniping the single Siege Tank. Nicely done. Did lose a single Gun there, but Barracks is just taking so much of a harassment by these 2 Gun, and once again, Mini has gone for the Templar Archive.
Right, and there was no need for Barracks to go up that ramp with his tank, but I guess he just wasn't anticipating about that third Dragoon.
Yeah, I guess he wasn't actually assuming there would be 3 guns on the high ground, so took a little bit of a risk, but he didn't really trade off so well. But now we are seeing this time he didn't go for armory first, he went for the academy.
And he's constantly making tanks, and this is because these Dragoons are already on Barracks' natural, so it's hard for Barracks to get a vulture and get that vulture out at this situation. So he's just making tanks, and I wonder what he's going to do with these tanks. All right, a second factory thrown down, and no marine production. So this is not going to be a marine tank push. He's just going to constantly make tanks, but not doing the siege mode upgrade, siege mode research yet.
Well, I don't really know what this playstyle is, but these 4 guns are actually sharking around at the outside of the base, and once again sniping one tank. Okay, yeah, he'll be picking one tank. That's nice.
Yeah, that was kind of lucky for Mini because there was no ramp misdamage. This DT is already walking by, but Barracks has his comstat station, and he hasn't used a single scan, so he definitely has 2 scans ready to get this DT.
Yeah, the single DT is trying to open up the gap, sneaking inside of Barracks' main base, but that first scan...
That was a bad scan. Yeah, that was a terrible scan.
But the second... Oh, he did use the second scan? Okay, that's the second scan. But he will be picking up the Dark Templar on time. Yes, he will. But what about your main?
And because he saved up the energy for the comstat station, I guess he will. Oh, it's only 32. All right, so this DT is going to do some work.
Well, it's doing tons of work, I would say, because now Mini has the worker lead and has also third expansion on the way. He got his robotic facility with the shuttle production on the way, so this is going to be the DT drop. DTs. The shuttle. Oh, never mind. That's a Reaver production. Where does he? Oh, there's a support bay. So he is playing like a what's it called? Like fastest play style, like where you go for shuttle speed or in the early stage. And yeah, wow, that's so many DT he just made.
Yeah, this is kind of being greedy for Mini, to be honest. Getting these many DTs and going for that speed shuttle Reaver. So he's just all leaning on harassment instead of getting more gateways, getting more Dragoons, and taking up. So as long as Barracks holds off this harassment well, Barracks might just have a chance. Well, but he's definitely really behind on worker count, and Barracks is actually not making a lot of workers. Okay, he's just producing workers now.
He's still down on the worker count, 34 versus 43. So to me, since he doesn't have armory, I think this is going to be the timing attack. Okay, he's trying to siege and picking up the single gun, nicely done, but he wasn't actually thinking of these DT. Those DT did some work.
Alright, he got all of those DTs, and what does Mini have? A single Reaver and a shuttle?
A single Reaver and a shuttle, and maybe some Zala with the gun, but I think this is a bit of trouble here, that Barracks is already moving out with this 4 tank and some vulture.
Yeah, if Barracks just had it like a few Goliaths, then Barracks might just have a chance, but because he doesn't have any anti-air, this Reaver can just freely arcade.
Whoa.
And another tank that's low on HP, but he actually got that Reaver, nicely done.
Well, this pressure is actually working out so well, and one of the tank is really low, so Barracks really wants to repair the siege tank as soon as possible. There are the vultures are moving up, but the vulture speed is not done yet, but the speed shuttle is already done.
Okay, he's trying to snipe that tank, but that's not going to really work. Oh, there's another tank that's low on HP. I didn't notice that, but if Barracks wants to kill this, and he has to kill this, Barracks needs to bring more SCVs right now.
Yeah, those
he needs to put down.
Are doing some work.
He needs to put down more missile turrets as soon as possible.
Yeah, he does have his eBay, but he's not putting down the missile. Okay, he's finally putting down the missile turret, but now those 4 siege tanks are moving forward, trying to take down this 3rd expansion right now that Mini is mining from.
Yeah, as long as Barracks holds this high ground and put down those missile turrets, because Mini has lost his 3rd nexus and all of these pylons and some probes, Barracks might actually just take this game.
Yeah, this game is just not looking great for Mini. Unlikely to game number 1, and we are seeing Barracks is just adding lots of building at the main base here. More depot armory +1 attack on the way, but the Reaver does through the Scarab, but does not pick up the siege tank.
Right, there are 2 siege tanks that are low on HP, so those Dragoons snipe it, but a lot of Dragoons also died at the same time, so Mini has only 6 Dragoons and a single Reaver, and while this is happening, Terran already put down those missile turrets, and there's an armory, so Goliath will soon come here to support that anti-air.
Yeah, he's trying his best to throw some Scarab, but gotta be careful. That siege tank did not go down.
It manages to get on another siege tank.
Yeah, this is hyper aggressive by Barracks right now, with this 4 factory timing attack in the early stage. And now this is a high ground Reaver that Barracks needs to be very careful.
Right. Well, at this stage of the game, Barracks doesn't really need to greed so much because he killed the 3rd nexus and he has his armory, he has a starport, and he has been constantly producing his SCVs. So as long as Barracks doesn't lose too many army here, Barracks might have a chance of turning this game around. Alright, he got all of his Dragoons, and he just needs to deal with these 2 Reavers.
Yeah, those 2 Reavers fantastically doing some Reaver micro here. But one of the siege tank is dangerously low, but still alive and containing Mini at the moment here. Double Reaver are dangerously low HP. I wonder if he's gonna keep using that Reaver to stop this timing attack. I think he should just go for the counter attack with those low HP Reaver. Since he just got the new shuttle out, maybe just try to make a new Reaver from there. This Reaver cannot stay alive.
Yeah, I think he just... another Reaver... Did another Reaver die? Yeah, another Reaver just died. So he's going for that harassment. And Mini... I think he forgot that he has 2 Dragoons on that gateway, right? He's not using those 2 Dragoons that are under that gateway. Yeah, he completely forgot about them.
Now here is the counter attack by Mini, throwing one nice Scarab shot.
Ooh, and he's pretending that he doesn't have the High Templars on that shuttle. He's not using them yet. So or maybe the Psionic Storm research is not done yet. Let's see.
Scarab does throw off.
Side storms!
It's a one nice side storm. Second storm goes off. Only kills a single SCV there.
Yeah, that was a very, very nice dodge by Barracks. And the thing is, while this is happening, if Mini has a 3rd Nexus, then Mini is okay. But he doesn't have a 3rd Nexus, and there are still some... Okay, Barracks pulled off all of his army on Mini's natural, so that's good for Barracks.
Yeah, he's trying to secure his main base more than pressuring his opponent. Zala drop at the main. Scarab does
another
fire.
Reaver drop, and I don't think any SCVs will die to the Scarab. Yeah. But Barracks, he needs to put down more missile turrets so that these shuttle can't just fly around his base.
Yeah, this single Reaver is just doing tons of damage, tons of work here. I think he should just make a single race to defend this Reaver harassment. And this Scarab is trying to shoot some Scarab connecting to the Vulture and some SCV as well, but he's trying his work.
Shuttle just running away, and he wanted to scan that because he wanted vision so that turret can deal some more damage to that shuttle. Alright, because Mini's main base is getting depleted, Mini has thrown down another 4th Nexus right away. So that's a very nice decision by Mini.
Yeah, both of the players are on such a low worker count. 39
Right.
versus 45. Of course, Mini does have more supply lead, so that means he has a lot of army count. And here's his goons are gonna be moving forward, but I think Barracks SimCity and his missile turret placement doesn't seem so nice to defend at his main base. So
Yeah.
here's another storm drop, and at the main too.
Yeah, those supply depots just kind of blocking the shuttle drop. Alright, but that Reaver found a sweet spot to harass.
Wow. Picking up another SCV.
I wonder why that tank is sieging mode there. Why would you put its siege tank
Well, I
in
guess,
the middle of a middle field?
well, I guess
Alright,
he wanted to make sure he can defend.
He's just gonna leave it there. Alright. And here comes the bust on the 3rd. Siege tanks are very behind.
And the High Templar does connect on those good, but he didn't attack those siege tanks. So,
Yeah, if only Barracks sniped that 2nd High Templar, Barracks would have got so much lead here. But alright, but it's still fine because Mini has actually wasted a lot of army here.
I think Mini should have just used the 2nd storm on the same siege tank so he can actually pick up those tanks. But now those tanks just turn into a red HP, and of course Barrack can. Okay, there's a double rate I wasn't actually.
Yeah, I love this. Mini is just dropping 4 zealots for no reason. Well, these 4 zealots just killed sniped those 2 tanks with a siege tank splash damage, but that was a not a good trade for Protoss because the Protoss just lost like 600 minerals.
Oh yeah, that is definitely true. 4 Zealot in a single shuttle set, so that is a 600 mineral fields where he just lost. But I think it was still a good trade for Mini because for Terran, they want to have a really high siege tank count, and
Yeah, that is true.
Barracks does have the plus to attack upgrade. We hear lots of scan goes off to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. As long as Barracks just doesn't allow another expansion of Mini, Barracks might just be able to turn this game around because he already has his 4th command center going down right there, and because Mini is running low on Dragoons, it's hard for Mini to get another expansion. Usually you want a 2 large group of Dragoons, but he only has 1 group of Dragoons, so Mini is going to have a hard time getting another expansion.
Okay, stepping on a spider mine, that's not good for Mini, and we are now seeing Barracks does have that 4th command center being completed, so now SCPs are being transferred. This is going to be 4 base versus 4 base.
Right.
And whenever it's 4 base, this is not going to be looking pretty for Mini because Mini needs to take another expansion in order to deal against these mass amount of a mech army.
And because Mini doesn't feel like, well, I guess he's just kind of lazy to get that another expansion at the spawning location, he is actually going for that expansion at 6 o'clock, realizing that the game is kind of hard for him to get another expansion at the spawning location. So, and Barracks has actually scanned that that additional expansion right away. So these vultures are just.
Yeah, they're just targeting the Nexus.
Yeah, targeting the Nexus, and he has to cancel this. So as long as Barracks just stays still, waiting for upgrades and get that huge supply count, Barracks is actually looking good this game now.
Yeah, he's getting this +3 upgrade on the way as well. But here's the attack that Mini really wants to do, but Barracks is already here. He brought lots of vultures here, nice SimCity. But he doesn't have a complete wall over here.
Oh, can Zealots pass through that wall?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
they
they can. Alright, but Barracks still has a lot of vultures right there, so Mini really couldn't attack that fourth base. And I wonder what those two SCVs are doing there, but anyways. Okay.
Finally sending out another probe to 1 o'clock, so he really wants to take another expansion. Maybe he wants to take his expansion at the 12 o'clock side. I guess he does.
Hit an expansion? Well, taking another expansion at 12 o'clock is... Well, I guess that's another expansion, but it isn't really meaningful because there's no space to add more gateways here, so the Protoss really needs to take a spawning expansion. And let's look at this attack here. I'm not sure about this attack because there are so many siege things sieged up here.
Well,
and that harassment didn't do much work, right?
Yeah, that I don't think it killed that many of the workers, but still, I mean, yeah, Mini is just playing hyper aggressive here with a 150 supply army versus 180 army that has 3-1 upgrade already. This doesn't look that great for Mini, I would say.
Yeah. Another huge loss. Right there. Lost Zealots and Dragoons.
Tanks are moving forward to... Okay, Vultures want to snipe one of the High Templar, but now using the Storm on the Vultures, so that one was definitely nice. But Mini's army, the Mini's army size is so small compared to the Barracks here.
Yeah.
That's so
I wonder if Barracks actually knows that Mini is only on 122 supply.
I don't think he does, but this army is just so many.
Mini has a lot of High Templars, and it would be really nice if we see a single science vessel by Barracks, but Barracks is not making any science vessels. 40 supply count difference. And
those tanks are just slowly moving forward, like making a bridge all the way to Mini's natural here. There's still a decent amount of High Templars to fight against, and now Barracks is just trying. He's just trying his best to make sure he doesn't get all those tanks like getting stormed by these 4 High Templars.
Right. Mini is just relying heavily on the High Templars, so as long as Barracks snipe these High Templars and just kind of spread those siege tanks from getting too much side stormed, Barracks is might just win this game.
Yeah, I think this might gonna be turning out to be GG, but we are still not sure because Mini is doing a fantastic job of picking doing the Zealot bomb top of the siege tank, and somehow he's just managing to stall this siege tank, not letting him to move forward. Okay, he's just picking up the Reaver to reset the siege tank target.
Yeah, but he just lost like 10 Zealots right there, just killing 1 siege tank. And because Mini doesn't have any Dragoons, these Vultures and siege tanks can just move up freely and pressure Mini's natural. And if Mini has no army to protect his natural, that means he has no army to protect his expansions. So it's a matter of time of Mini getting his expansions destroyed. Siege tanks on, Mini's natural. I think this is almost GG for Mini.
Yeah, Mini is doing his best to hold this pressure as much as possible, and he's definitely earning lots of benefit with the trade with this storm drop top of the siege tank.
Alright, he got 3 siege tanks on. That was on the ramp, but there are no Dragoons. There aren't enough Dragoons and photon cannons to defend this Vulture, and plus 3 Vultures can just destroy photon cannons so easily.
Wow, those 4 Zealot bomb top of the siege tank. He's definitely doing nice work to drag the game a bit longer than what we were expecting.
Yeah,
but it's just too much of a Terran army here.
Yeah, he is dragging the game, but it's just that he's just dragging the game, but not winning the game. I think he just wants to drag the game so that Barracks has to do some more handwork and make Barracks tired, I guess.
Well, you might be right about it because sometimes players want the opponent to have some tiredness of the game whenever you go for the long game series, like how Light was not giving up his game in game number 1 on an ASL against Action. Do you remember that game?
Was it on Revolver?
Yeah, it was on Revolver.
Oh yeah, I remember that game.
Oh my. Okay, that Reaver got sniped.
Yeah, and we're looking at 80 supply count difference. When the Terran is leading on 80 supply count, the game is pretty much just almost done. Like done. But Mini is still not leading the game. I'm pretty sure Mini is also thinking that he lost this game, but he just wants to stop this game.
Yeah, I guess he just wants to have some fun with the harassment and whatnot. Adding more gateway and even making a Dark Templar from this expansion. Well, I guess there are some spaces to build 3 gateway over here. I wasn't actually expecting of it. So tanks are actually taking down gateway one by one. More reinforcement is coming at this 12 o'clock location. This might be the GG move momentarily because we only see Mini mining from one base here.
Right.
Okay. Horizontal drop, top of the sea tank.
Really wondering why Mini's not leaving. Alright, now he taps out, yeah.
So that was a nice way of making comeback by Barracks after taking so. We cannot be forgetting about the early stage of the game. There was a DT rush, and Barracks took so much of a harassment, and he actually dragged the game so long, like with the timing attack, and Mini was losing his 3rd expansion as well.
Yeah.
The game just went super weird.
Yeah, the other Protoss players would have gone for a fast Arbiter by adding a Stargate as soon as that DT rush went inside that Terran's base. But Mini has no interest on Arbiters. He's just going to go for that Speed Shuttle Reaver and 4 Dark Templars, which was very greedy for Mini. Very greedy.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure about the 4 DT production where he just made. That 400 Vespene gas kit could have been spent for something else, like making 4 more guns. 4 more guns and maybe Stargate as well, like for the Arbiter tech. But I guess he didn't want to.
Yeah, if you made it 4 DTs, then why not just spread them out so that Terran has to waste more scan energy to attack? But Mini was actually keeping those 4 DTs at the same spot, so all of those DTs just died to a single scan, and that was pretty much why Mini couldn't defend his third expansion.
True. And let's go into game number 3, and this time Mini, since he lost the 2nd game, he will be choosing the map, and of course it is called Eclipse. Mini versus Barracks on Eclipse. Okay, spawning location in the top right. The orange Protoss, this is Mini.
And spawning location at the bottom left. This is our yellow Terran, Barracks.
And of course this is Eclipse. We have seen one of the game of JYJ versus Bisu from the couple days ago. And JYJ went for super fast SCV scout. And he went. I think he wanted to do the eBay rush, but he didn't do the eBay rush. But let's see what Barracks actually plays.
Yeah, instead of doing the eBay rush, he actually got a single probe kill on Bisu's natural, which was really crazy.
So far, nothing is going crazy, but we are seeing the pylon being built at the main base this time.
Yeah, interesting. And Mini is actually not doing a proxy gateway or a proxy gateway on his natural. He actually built his pylon on his main. And because this is a pylon scout, it's most likely going to be a gas steal. And for the foreign fans out there, for your information, Barracks' nickname is Barracks is because his name actually is Barracks. Like his Korean name is actually Barracks.
Yes, his Korean name is Barracks, so that's why he's using his game name. Game name Barracks, and we are seeing he has gone for the 10 Barracks instead of doing 11 Barracks. And
Ooh, a 10 Barracks. Yeah, I think this is really interesting because Royal was also doing 10 Barracks.
right.
Lately versus Protoss or versus Zerg. I'm not sure why like he does that 10 Barracks, but he just
Gotta be careful with the SCV. You need to repair. 2 SCVs are coming out. 3 SCVs are repairing at the same time.
Yeah, this is actually a huge mineral loss for Terran. So Protoss already feels good about the early game, and we don't see any gateways. It's just going to be a fast expansion, a gas steel fast expansion.
Well, I guess 11 Scout you cannot do the eBay rush, so that's why Barracks who was it? JYJ had it to go for 10 Scout. Yeah, 10 Scout. 10 Scout to do the eBay rush. So I guess everything starts to make it make sense, like a puzzle here, and we are seeing what can Barracks can do like in this type of game scenario where he got hit. He cannot build his gas. His command center is not as fast as 13 Nexus right now that Mini is going for.
Because Barracks did a 10 Barracks, I guess his first Marine gets out really quickly, so he's already doing that small harass with that first Marine. But the thing is, this first Marine it's hard to get a probe kill. This is just a harass to pull off some workers, but alright, let's see if he can get a probe kill.
Well, one of the probes is dangerously low HP, but these 3 probes are gonna be doing some work. Even the Zealot just popped out on time.
Yeah, so Zealot just popped out, and what all Barracks could get was some probes, losing some mining time, and he's actually not using that Zealot to kill that Marine. He's just going to use that Zealot to kind of pressure the Terran. But Terran already has 3 Marines out now, so I don't think Terran is going to feel pressured a lot. Oh, he's actually making another bunker. So this is actually going to feel very bad for Terran.
Yeah.
Protoss, it's not a fast expansion, and you even have to build a bunker because because of this Zealot pressure.
I'm just seeing how much of the supply count differences of those both player. 4 worker lead, 4 Mini, and 1 Zealot just got sneaked in. They're gonna be doing some work here, but oh my god, he didn't pick up any Marines, so that wasn't a great trade for Mini. He did lower down the Marines, so that will be eliminating one of the possibility that Terran not gonna be doing blind 4-fact, like no eBay, no Academy, 4-fact timing push.
Yeah, because those Marines, the health of the Marines count when you do that kind of 4-factory push. Those Marines take those Dragoon shots, Dragoon hits. But because 2 Marines are very low on HP, like a single shot away, I don't think Barracks is going to play aggressively this game, but Barracks likes to play aggressively, so we gotta see what kind of build Barracks is going to do. Alright, we already have another Academy, so I don't think it's going to be a 4-factory push.
Yeah, so far nothing is going crazy, but we are seeing support bay being thrown down after the shuttle. I don't see the observatory anywhere.
Right. So it's just going to be a fast shuttle Reaver, but Barracks is playing very safe. Academy, Armory, and an Engineering Bay.
Yeah, he's just throwing down all those defensive building, and yeah, Mini is just gonna go for a straight Reaver build with a single gateway, and he's also putting down some pylon at the 11 o'clock as well. So he's getting more intel.
Terrans like to do a hidden expansion at this kind of game, so yeah, he's just making sure that Terran doesn't have any hidden expansions.
Yeah, that's a really weird missile turret placement, I would say.
Yeah, but what is this missile turret?
I honestly
I mean, if you want to prevent DTs, then why not just build a missile turret on the middle of your expansion, so that DT can't run by and just harass your mineral field. But okay, that's funny missile turret placement.
Well, that's also weird. Like he lifted up his barracks and landed at his main base.
Yeah, usually you want to put it on the your high ground natural so that it has vision.
That's correct, and we are seeing the +1 attack on the way with the Siege Tank and a Goliath production on the way. We don't see the range upgrades did not start, but this is the one of the playstyle that Mini does very often. Dropping the Reaver and a Goon, go for the bust at the front line, did pick off.
Okay, all of the Dragoons are dead now.
He did pick up some army, but I'm not sure whether that was a good trade.
Yeah, I don't think that was a really good trade for Mini.
Okay, this one was gonna be nice.
Yeah, this is gonna be nice though, because this Reaver is alive and there are no, and the missile turret is at a terrible location. This Reaver does have some space to harass, and because the range upgrade for Goliath is still not finished, this Goliath can't really deal with that.
Oh
Reaver.
My god, he's just gonna be picking up those Goliath, and now this is gonna be a fantastic trade.
Yeah, it actually turned out to be a fantastic trade for Mini. He killed a lot of the siege tanks, pulled all of those SCVs, so that's a lot of loss of mining time. And while this is happening, Mini already has his third Nexus just going up right now, and 4 gateways. And Mini has actually, I think he skipped the observer production, right? Is that an observer that's floating on top of Terran's natural, right? Like right up there. Oh, yeah, okay, already two observers. And there's another Reaver out, so Mini has pretty much everything. A third Nexus, 4 gateways, 2 Reavers, and even 2 observers.
This is just... Barracks is just, I guess, he's just throwing down a random building everywhere. I mean, normally you don't get to see 2 factory, 3 CC like this. And he still doesn't build any of a missile turret behind of his mineral line. Okay, he's finally adding 1 missile turret.
Yeah. It almost looked like that the CV was mining, but no, it was building a missile turret there. And Mini is being aggressive again with this Dragoon shuttle Reaver and kills all of those tanks. I mean, I don't know why Barracks was moving out with this so low tank and Goliath count.
I don't know either. I mean, I'm also a Terran player. You don't really move out like that against Speed Shuttle when you don't have the Goliath range. I don't remember. I don't recall whether he has a Goliath range or whatnot. But
oh yeah, he did. After getting that siege upgrade, he was there was another machine shop getting spinning. Implying that research was done. And look at this. Terran has only 5 factories, and this observer is actually watching that Terran has only 5 factories, and Mini has what, 10 gateways, 12 gateways? He's not interested on building a 4th Nexus, and he's just going to kill the Terran with this mass gateway production.
Yeah, pretty much containing the opponent with this mass army, and now he's also adding some photon cannon because he's definitely have to be aware of this dropship anytime soon. So he does have a single cannon everywhere.
Yeah, at this point of game, Mini, as long as he just doesn't get harassed by that dropship, he knows that he is going to take this game. So he's just putting down those photon cannons, playing safely. And Mini actually has a lot of probes. Usually on this kind of 2-player map, you don't want too many probes. But he has 69 probes. That's a lot.
Yeah, 69 probe is definitely a lot. If you're not using Arbiter, normally if you're using the Storm playstyle, you kind of want to have about 55-ish worker count, so you can have
50 or 60-ish.
You can have those mining 3rd gas and the 4th gas for more Storm playstyle. But I guess he just wants to have a lot of income. The vultures are doing some work, picking up some worker one by one.
And the thing is, this actually might just be good for Mini because he was actually staying on too many probes. So these probes dying don't really hurt Mini's economy.
Well, he's
because he already has
more.
enough probes. Yeah, but he's actually going to make even more. All right, it's Mini, and so we gotta respect his decision. But the thing is,
same thing for Barracks. I mean, 64.
yeah, okay, same thing for Barracks. Both players making too many workers. I mean,
Jesus, that's so many workers.
yeah, it's really pointless to get these many workers because the more workers you have, the more saturation, and more saturation means the faster your mineral fields get depleted. And on a 2-player map, you really don't want to get your mineral fields depleted too soon. Because as soon as you lose, as soon as those mineral fields get depleted, you're going to have to rely on just your 3rd expansion. And, okay, all right. Gets away those 2 reavers. I mean, 3 reavers. Nicely done.
Oh no, he did forget about the Zala speed.
Wait, what?
So Mini did forget. Yeah, Mini forget about the Zala speed here. He's finally getting the research of the, or I should say the upgrade of the leg speed right now. So I think if he had the Zala speed at the moment where he attacked, he could have won the fight super easily. But now this trade just kind of went somewhat doable for Barracks, I would say. He should be having that +2 attack on the way. Yes, there is.
Oh god, Barracks still making workers. Okay, but Barracks did hold off that attack because Zala's speed was finished, but I don't think Barracks is going to be able to hold off additional attacks because he lost so many siege tanks there. Only a single siege tank out on the field, and that tank even got destroyed. So Barracks has no siege tanks to defend his 3rd. And as Mini can just pull off his army and harass Barracks' 3rd.
Yeah, those guns are doing some work. Even SCVs are getting blown up. I think he's still making more SCV. Yeah, he did make a lot of SCV, but now those SCV does have about 11 kills total, or maybe even more.
Yeah, but it's okay. Barracks still has a lot of SCVs, so it's fine. What he just needs to do is, he just needs to stop making workers and just focus only on producing army.
Both players really love to make a lot of workers for some reason, and now this is another round of Zell. This is Speedlot just moving forward, try to go for the trade here, picking up the
Mini
vulture.
doesn't really need to do this, to be honest, because why not just save those speeds a lot and save them, and once you have a lot of dragoons, attack at once. But Mini just wants to use only Zealots, which is very inefficient.
More cannons being thrown down. We are seeing the upgrade on the way. This is a +2 attack upgrade on the way for Protoss here. Mini is just constantly harassing Barracks, and Barracks is just struggling.
Yeah, Barracks is having huge trouble defending his 3rd. I mean, things like this shouldn't happen right now. Barracks needs to put down a lot of spider mines, siege tanks, and missile turrets to defend his 3rd perfectly to take this game. But he is constantly getting harassed, constantly losing units. So his supply count looks very devastating. Only 77 at a 15-minute mark.
Yeah, Mini is still making more workers. 70 worker at this 15 minute of the game. So that's gonna be a lot of workers right now. He does have, but he's not mining 3rd gas nor the 4th gas yet.
Yeah, so he is actually running low on gas, but when you have 70 workers, you usually want to have 5 expansions or 6 expansions, but Mini is running only on 4 expansions, so it is a bit inefficient. Mini just throwing down Zealots. But this is actually a very bad trade for the Protoss because you're just kind of wasting Zealots for nothing. Wait. Okay. Mini is just throwing away more units.
Yeah, he's just constantly throwing away his army and he's also
I don't know.
expending.
Yeah, I don't know why Mini is doing this, but I guess Mini is just kind of thinking that he already won this game, so he's just playing whatever he wants. But yeah, but at this point of game, Mini can really do everything. Yeah, and
Yeah, there's a random GG timing we just got to see from Barracks because I guess he wasn't able to keep up the game because of the harassment. Although so much, he just took so much of harassment.
I guess Mini was just throwing away his army to say that Barracks, come on, it's time to leave now. I have all of the map, all expansions, and you only have what, like 77 supply?
Right. So that could be the reason.
Yeah.
And Barracks this time he'll be choosing the map. Of course, it is going to be Revolver, and not the Revolver map, the one on the ladder map. Well, this map is a second edition, I would say, like in the ASL season 13. So there are
the ASL version.
Yeah, the ASL version has less mineral fields at the natural, and there's no mineral fields where you can actually do the worker drill to defend any sort of cheese. And yeah, that's gonna be. Let's go on to game number 4, Mini versus Barracks on Revolver. Okay, spawning location, the top right, the blue Terran. This is Barracks.
And spawning location at the bottom right, our yellow Protoss Mini.
And this is a vertical matchup.
Yeah, and on Revolver, when you have that vertical matchup, the rush distance is so close, so it's favored for both sides, I guess, because the Terran has a lot of a nice opportunity to attack the Protoss, and the Protoss has an advantage to do some zealot harassment early on the game because the rush distance is so close.
And there's a pylon.
Yeah, that pylon location almost implies that Mini is going to do a fast nexus or a fast gateway and zealot harassment. We don't know yet.
Okay, we'll find that out momentarily. And we are seeing the 9 depot at the command center, so of course the SCP will be spawning at the right side. Will he be putting down the 11 barracks forward at his ramp, or will he be building his barracks right next to his supply depot? Okay, there is the barracks, and we have to take a look at this barracks main base, whether this is going to be 11 refinery or 12 refinery.
12 refinery it is, and Mini still doesn't have a gateway, so it's just going to be a fast nexus. We will what? Oh, it's actually going to be... I thought that was going to be a gateway, but Mini is just like, oh, forget it. I'm just going to build a Nexus.
Yeah, Nexus built as it is, and we are seeing 13 Scout on the way. Will Barracks go all the way to 5 o'clock? And the answer is yes. That's the closest rush distance where you can do the cheese.
Right, but the thing is, the rush distance is close, but you still gotta have to move up that ramp, this ramp right here. So Terran has the advantage of doing a very close attack, a fast attack, but that ramp, the Protoss can defend that ramp with a lot of probes and Fusellots. So Protoss does have a chance to defend a cheese rush.
We are seeing Barracks put down the 17 factory, which I personally do not like about, because you wanna have 16 factory to do the cheese, but I guess he wants to do the distance, like making the bunker connection all the way to the second to the 12 nexus. But I guess this bunker might gonna finish on time, and even the marine comes on time.
Bunker finishes. What if this bunker finishes? Oh, so close. That bunker to get finished. If that bunker got finished, the game was finished for Mini.
Well, I wouldn't say the game is over, because the bunkers does seem really far away from the nexus, I would say.
Oh yeah, it is far, but if that bunker finished, it would have been really annoying. But It's not finished yet, and I'm not sure why Barracks is attacking so early.
Oh my god.
He already lost all of the CVs, and okay, Mini has also lost some probes, and this bunker is going to get finished, but the bunker is in fire, and alright, he's repairing it. Wait, but at this stage of the game, Barracks has actually only 16 workers, and he has to do another worker drill.
Well, yeah, he's bringing more worker, and I think this is just has to be on all-in build for Barracks because he did lose so much of a worker in the early stage, and now guns are popping out for Mini. Mini is getting the gun range upgrade.
Yeah, at this point, it's okay for Mini to give up this natural expansion because Barracks has already lost too many SCVs, and remember this. Usually when Terrans do the cheese rush, they do that worker drill on about 50. When their vulture is almost out, like 50% or 70% ish. But Barracks pulled off his workers very early, so those workers lost a lot of mining time early on the game. And he even lost another worker because of that probe.
Yeah, those probe constantly looking for the low HP SCV to pick off, and Mini did it actually. But now the bunker, this might gonna take some time for Mini to clear this bunker because he didn't go for the second gateway that fast, so his gun count doesn't seem too high. But now those are the spider mining research is done.
Okay, but Barracks actually lost 2 vultures without even placing all of those spider mines, and that's a very not good trade for the Terran, losing vultures without using the spider mines. And wait, if Barracks actually loses all of these marines, Mini can just throw down a Nexus. Alright, okay. But there's another vulture that just played spider mines. That's really good for Barracks. That's really the good news for Barracks. If Mini was able to put down a Nexus before a observer pops out, that would have been very bad for Barracks. But look at this micro by Mini.
Yeah, those micro was fantastic. That Mini just easily take the Nexus expansion, and that expansion does not seem so delayed compared to the command center timing.
Yeah, and because the game just looks very disgusting now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Barracks lost all of his vultures and even another siege tank. So Mini is going to put down a third Nexus at this point, or it's Mini's choice. He can put down a third Nexus. Or because Barracks lost his first siege tank, he might even make a shuttle and a reaver combo. At this point in the game, Mini can just do anything.
These SCVs are trying to do some work, but the gun range is already done. More SCVs are getting pulled, and now, Barracks just immediately taps out.
Yeah, I wonder why Barracks got so greedy with that marine and vultures.
I mean, I guess he thought he can actually pressure the opponent, but Mini's gun micro was fantastic that he was able to hold off.
Maybe it was just Mini's fantastic Dragoon micro.
And then that's not going to be looking good for Barracks because now the score is 3-1. Mini is leading the score 3-1. And Barracks once again choosing the next map. It is going to be played on Metaverse. And let's go into game number 5.
Yeah, at this point,
okay, spawning location in the top right, the green Protoss. This is Mini.
And spawning location at the bottom left. This is our yellow Terran Barracks. At this point of game, Barracks might just have a slight mental damage because of those previous games.
Okay. So what should he do?
I think he should just kind of play greedy, I guess.
So greedy.
Playing safe at this point is not going to be. I think it's going to be pointless.
So he should do something like a Rex expansion, you're saying?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, let's see whether he will be doing the Rex expansion or whatnot, but we are
At least one game, Barracks needs to play very greedy.
And Mini is doing the Pylon Scout.
Oh, God.
But this is a 2-player, this is a 4-player map, not a 2-player map.
Alright. I was thinking that Mini is going to do a Pylon Scout and do a cross scout, but no, that's not going to happen.
That would have been funny, but we are seeing Mini is about to put down the gateway.
This is what Mini does when he kind of looks down on his opponent, to be honest. I mean, well, maybe not, but it's my personal opinion. Because Mini, when he's playing a very serious game, he doesn't usually do this. This kind of Pylon Scout on a 4-player map.
And Pylon Scout is somewhat dirty because if you got gas steal, and maybe, I think Barracks wants to play somewhat greedy here this time. He didn't go for 12 refinery.
Oh, but I guess my prediction was right. Barracks kind of wants to play greedy now. Oh, but because as he saw that probe, he can't go for that Rex expansion. He has to build that delayed gas.
And that probe is doing so much of a work already, lowering down the HP.
Come on, kill the probe. Kill it. Oh, but I think this is Stevie is going to get killed.
It's getting
chased.
Gotta
be careful.
Oh my god.
Gotta be careful. Oh no.
Oh.
Just fight it. Fight it. Fight it. You have your friend on your back. Oh, but it's a single shot away. Oh my god. Oh, that was so close.
Yeah, that is definitely so close, and Barracks did forget about his scouting SCP that was at the bottom right side, and we are seeing Mini skipped all of this building. He didn't even make a zealot. He didn't make a zealot, putting on the nexus immediately.
Wait, what? He built a gateway and he skipped his zealot. So this is a funny build.
Well, I guess he just knows this is a crossbow matchup, and he knows Terran cannot do the cheese, so he went for it. Yeah.
I think he's playing like this because he saw that very delayed gas. Right?
That can be, that can be true. That can be true, but also the thing is that this was a cross-bomb matchup. And this probe is once again doing another work.
Barracks has actually done the end scout, and this probe is already outside, harassing that scouting SCV, and I don't think this SCV can make it alive through the portal space. Can it? I mean, Barracks has to see this.
Well, the SCV is just getting tickled so many times.
It's getting chased. I think it's gonna make it. I think it's gonna make it. Wait, no.
The answer might be yes.
Yeah, all right. That probe could have killed it right there, but there was a bit of micro mistake there. But the SCV did make it and sees mini space. Oh, but that vulture just kind of missed that zealot.
Yeah, the zealot is coming. Marine did not respond. So Marine did not respond. So this is gonna be a tons of damage for Barracks, and now the gun is out.
Barracks is like, oh, it just misses. But there are probes to block that ramp. Oh, and this vulture dies for nothing. Oh no. And Barracks is like, how did this zealot get into my natural? I didn't see it, but your vulture did. And Barracks missed it, and he lost all of his marines, and this zealot is just way too hard for marines to kill.
The zealots were doing tons of damage here, and now the gun is coming. And is, Mini Barracks decided to go for the starport build. Oh, the marine gets picked off.
Yeah, now the game is just kind of looking dirty for Barracks. Barracks, what he wanted to do is now gone. His plans destroyed by this Zealot and Dragoon harassment. But this vulture is actually on. Why not just place spider mines on that ramp so that Dragoon can't come down? Why would you put spider mines there? Wow. Well, but I guess Barracks was thinking that there's another Dragoon already out, but there wasn't. Man,
Both players has been just constantly fighting over and over, and we are seeing this is going to be the shuttle Reaver directly, and he's making double Reaver for some reason.
yeah, you don't really need to queue up that Reaver because Reaver takes a lot of time to get popped out. It's not like observers, so Mini is just actually not using that 200 minerals and 100 gas. And what do we have for Barracks? Wait, is that?
Yeah, that's all he has. Is a single vulture.
Is that all he has? I'm pretty sure that he only has a single vulture on his dropship. I didn't hear enough vultures getting loaded on that dropship. Okay, but he's not gonna load vultures on his dropship. He's just going to fly that dropship and load. Yeah, vultures now. 2 vultures flying across the map. And another Reaver and a Dragoon. So this is going to be a counter attack, but these vultures arrive faster. Nice spider mines. Oh wait, that vulture is gonna glitched.
And those 2 vultures are gonna be doing some work. 1 kill, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9,
Ooh.
10, 11.
All right, these vultures are actually doing huge damage, and this is why we Protoss players don't usually go for that shuttle Reaver directly.
And now here's the shuttle Reaver counter drop, but do you have a Wraith production on the way?
Oh, it just started. Oh man, this is not looking good for Barracks. I mean, while that vulture harassment was going on, I was hoping that Barracks would have got a Wraith, but nope. Barracks didn't. He was kind of getting greedy.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
The Reaver is doing tons of damage, but the Vulture is doing also tons of damage over here. 21 worker versus 33. More Vultures being unloaded.
But does Barracks have anything to stop this Dragoon Reaver? No, it doesn't have any tanks. And as soon as this tank pops out, I'm pretty sure it's gonna get killed.
Well, gotta be careful. The Scarab does connect to the siege tank. Another Reaver shot connecting to siege tank.
Tank was so close.
And the Reaver does get picked up.
If that Reaver shot another Scarab onto those SAVs, the game would have just been over. But still, the game is kind of playable for Barracks because those 2 vultures did huge amount of damage. That's a Mini only has 24 workers.
Well, I guess Mini wasn't actually expecting of the Vulture drop. And
Right.
He didn't have his gun set up at the main base, nor having the pylon wall at the natural.
But still, I wonder why he wasn't expecting that dropship play because when he was attacked with his Dragoons and Zealots, he only saw vultures, right? So he should have anticipated the dropship, but he wasn't. So just got massive damage by 2 vultures.
Yeah, those 4 guns are doing some great work, and Mini is somehow making some. He's trying to recover from the harassment that he just took in the early stage, and he does have 3 Nexus running.
Yeah, so he can recover pros relatively quickly with the help of 3 Nexuses, but the thing is, Terran doesn't have enough siege tanks right now, and I'm pretty sure Barracks didn't even get siege mode research, right? Yeah, he didn't get that siege mode research. Yeah, he just started, so he's just gonna die to this Reaver.
Well, we are still not sure because he's actually holding on really well. He did unload his army from the bunker, but the shuttle Reaver has a decent amount of HP still, but really be connecting the Scarab shop on the SCV. Okay, that was a nice one. Wraith needs to be careful. And now the worker count is same.
Yeah, the worker count is same, but Protoss has 3 Nexuses, so the worker count will be Mini will have a worker count lead very soon. And this shuttle,
that's an empty shuttle.
Yeah, it's an empty shuttle now, but this observer was looking where those spider mines were placed, so he just kind of wanted to do that Zealot suicide spider mine bomb, but it failed. And what Mini has now is some few dragoons, 3 nexuses, and 2 gateways. While Barracks, oh, okay, Barracks does have his +1, and his +2 is going to start very soon.
Having the +1 already, so that's going to be a great news for him.
Yeah.
And Mini really needs to have a lot of worker this game. Here's a more speed shuttle Reaver moving out across the map, going all the way to the 9 o'clock. But the Vulture is doing some work. Okay, let's check out how much of a harassment he'll be doing. Oh my god, the Reaver.
Oh, I guess he couldn't see that spider mine because of the refinery. That refinery was kind of hiding that spider mine, right?
No, I think he wanted to unload the Reaver bottom of the refinery, but it actually unloaded top of the refinery and triggered the spider mine because he has his observer right there.
Yeah, he has a observer right there, and you really wouldn't want to unload your Reaver on top of a spider mine. Like, that's the last thing you want to do. But the thing is, having observers on top of Terran's natural or Terran's main base is really, really good for Protoss, because you can just see everything and see what Terran is doing.
The Reaver is definitely doing some work, buying some time, and once again Barracks is losing lots of mining time.
Shuttle won't make it alive, and Mini wasn't looking at that screen, so he lost his Shuttle Reaver. But still, what's important is there are 2 observers on top of Terran's main and Terran's natural, so Mini can just observe what Terran has. He knows the situation of the Terran completely.
And he has all those observers at Barracks main base and natural, so he knows what's up. There are some siege tanks will be sieging at the high ground as well and the low ground because
wow, that Wraith is just kind of standing right next to that observer. I mean, what is this?
Really, really weird.
Yeah, this is really weird. I guess Barracks is just going to kill that observer as soon as he has enough energy for his scan. Okay, he does, but I don't know why. Okay, there's another full energy scan. I don't know why he's not killing that observer.
Well, here's another Reaver drop.
Yeah, this is all possible because he is looking everything with that observer. He knows where the Terran's army is at, and he knows where the missile turrets are at on Terran's natural.
Yeah, those Reaver is just doing so much of work, and now Barracks is losing lots of mining to pipe, but the Reaver does get picked up by the siege tank.
Okay. So that was about what? 2 Zealots, 1 shuttle, and another single Reaver.
Right.
But still, it doesn't really matter because that Reaver did get some kills, and Mini has more expansions than Barracks has, so it's not a huge loss. Not the best trade, but
well, I guess Barracks really wants to move up because he's kind of tired of defending these Reaver harassment and whatnot. But now this is a high ground gun picking up another siege tank. So nicely done. We are seeing Mini is expanding towards the bottom, top left side. More photon cannons gonna be thrown down, but Mini really needs to spend his money.
Yeah, he only has 8 gateways. Because he's on 4 nexuses, he needs 6 more gateways or 4 more gateways. And Barracks
drops are doing such a great work, and those Zealots are picking up these siege tanks one by one.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why Barracks moved out with this kind of little army, but because he moved out, he lost all of his army now.
Well, I guess he was kind of overly confident with his +2 attack timing, but this is not a 200 supply army versus Protoss army. Guns are getting melted.
Okay, but
and
he
more
did manage
some
to kill all those
are coming.
Yes, Mini has High Templars and some Zealots, so Mini will eventually defend this because Barracks only has 3 siege tanks. Okay, now 2 siege tanks. simple.
There's just
But-
so much.
Yeah. Now, Barracks lost all of his siege tanks and couldn't even kill expansion. And now, Barracks has to defend the harassment behind the third mineral field line, but it's hard because what does Barracks have?
Well, finally, Mini is getting the storm upgrade on the way. This is going to be total 6, 8, and 9 gateway production, but the pressure is definitely great for Barracks here. But there are more gateway being thrown down at the top left side, and once Mini saturates that expansion and more gateway being warped,
This pressure
is going to be turning out to be weak.
Yeah, it's honestly pointless and something that Barracks shouldn't be doing because Mini already has a lot of gateways, and pressuring with what, like 4 siege tanks versus Protoss, not a very good move. And he actually moved all of his army to the spawning location of Mini.
Well, that is definitely a lot of pylon being thrown down. More units being made. That's a nice storm top of the
Yeah, 2 siege
siege
tanks.
tank.
But still, this army is going to make some point if this army destroys that nexus. As long as this army doesn't destroy the nexus, it's just giving away your army.
Yeah, it's just Barracks just constantly attacking, and that is going to be a hidden expansion at the bottom right.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice by Barracks, but Barracks is almost using his Terran army like Zerg units. He is just throwing away siege tanks. But he shouldn't do that from now on. He needs to slowly pile up his supply count, add more expansions, and play safe.
Yeah, those Spider-Mines does have the map vision control. And Mini, I guess he's just gonna be expecting just gonna be building lots of gateway unit.
I think Barracks just got harassed. Barracks had 70 SCVs, but the SCV count just got reduced to 54. So I guess he just got harassed on his third base. And these vultures should target down that photon cannon, but failed. Oh, I guess there was a harass at the natural.
Yeah, +3 is about to be done, like a minute, about a minute or so. And here's the shuttle. It's empty. And I guess that storm drop earlier did decent amount of damage because I remember Barracks had about 70 workers. Okay, there's another storm.
Another harassment. Yeah, this is very annoying. This harassment behind that third expansion mineral field, but Barracks did mine that chunk of mineral, so now he has space.
Yeah, somehow Barracks managed to keep up the game with this 135 supply and then the 50 workers, and we see Mini. They make a lot of workers, 74 worker.
Yeah, I wonder where those 74 workers are. Okay, there are like 20 workers here, and another 20 workers on his fourth expansion. Yeah, right there. And Mini already has 200 supply, so he's just gonna try to bust through the Terran's third expansion.
Well, he does have decent amount of army. I mean, both players does have decent amount of army, so gotta be careful whenever you're going for the attack mode. But remember, Terran army is 3-2 upgraded.
Yeah, and Terran had 150 supply count. And that is enough to hold off a 200 supply Protoss army. And the thing is, Protoss just only had a lot of Zealots, not Dragoons. So that 200 army attack wasn't really effective.
Yeah, Vultures and Goliath. One Goliath and some more of a siege thing will be moving forward, but gotta be careful because Barracks, he doesn't have that many factory, I would say. Okay, there was another storm drop that I missed. Another storm drop at the bottom right side did decent amount of damage, but there's another two more High Templars going for the drop at the.
Yeah, no defense here.
That's a nice one.
And a single High Templar doesn't really die to a single siege tank shot.
But now this is the counter attack from Barracks that we are already seeing. More High Templars and Reaver is also here. So that's a nice storm, but Reaver does not have. Okay, he did upgrade the storm, the Reaver damage upgrade, but he doesn't have any scarabs ready. Reaver will instantly get sniped, but the storms are always gonna be doing lots of work, but gotta be careful.
I think Barracks just lost too many army to those High Templar storms, and Barracks.
Yeah, he is just not being patient of this fight.
Yeah. If Barracks was patient enough, he would have just siege moded on Mini's 4th base instead of his natural, right?
Yes, I think that might be true. But I mean, these many of Siege Tank not gonna be doing some work, and I guess Barracks cannot keep up the game anymore. He will be just tapping out. So that was a really weird game, I would say. We're seeing lots of weird game by Barracks.
Yeah, I guess Barracks is just not having a great day playing against Mini.
And once again, since now the score is 4-1, so Mini Barracks once again gonna be choosing the next map. Of course, the map it is gonna be played on Vermeer, the ASL map. And one of the memorable game that I can think of Mini of against Terran would be round of 16, I believe, on Group A. Mini making 4 to 6 Dark Templar.
Right, versus Light.
And did Mini win that game?
No, he lost.
Oh, so
no, wait, no. Did he win?
I don't recall, but I think Light won.
I think Light won. I think Light did win that game.
So that's that was one other game that I can think of, and we are seeing this is gonna be the crossbar spawning location in the top right, the yellow Terran. This is Barracks.
Barracks doing that mineral boosting with his first mineral. Another cross spawn. But I don't think Mini is gonna do for that double Nexus build, because when Mini has his mineral fields on his left side, he doesn't usually go for that double Nexus build.
Well, let's see whether he's gonna be doing it or what not. We'll be building the pylon at the main. Barracks is working on this mineral boost and getting this depot really fast. More pro production, and we gotta be taking a look at whether he's gonna be doing the 10 gateway, and the answer is right. 10 gateway.
A gateway scout.
And this is going to be a Barracks expansion or Factor expansion. We gotta be taking a look at here. Barracks. Will you go for 12 refinery or will you go for 12 scout? And the answer is no, he's not gonna go for scout. Okay, refinery at the 12.
The 13 scout. Alright. Like how most Terrans play. 12 refinery, 13 scout.
And Mini is making the Zala production on the way into a simulator. And the pylon at the same time. Scotty Pro will be meeting the SCV.
I guess that order doesn't really matter. Building that simulator and then the pylon.
Well, it might.
I think it matters.
It might matter. Maybe it doesn't matter because you're not gonna be able to make a second Zala on the time.
Oh, okay. I thought Mini was just going to do that same build when he used on Allegro, cutting down that worker production and making another Zealot while he has that cybernetics core. But because it's a cross spawn, I guess he didn't want to do that build he did on Allegro.
Yes, only a single Zella being moved out, and we are seeing more marine production on the way for Barracks. SCV is trying to open up the gap to sneak in, but the SCV is just fighting back Mini's work really well.
Oh, come on, stop that from building a Nexus. Oh, this is so good for Barracks. Mini wanted to build a Nexus, a 21 Nexus, but because of this harassment by the SCV, Mini is forced to make a Dragoon, then to Nexus. But actually, while this was going on, Barracks lost a Marine. So this is a fight of multitasking.
Well, nicely lowering down one of the Marine.
Ooh, almost got it.
Oh, that was a one tick away of picking up that Marine, and that Marine has 2 kills.
Okay, but the thing is, Barracks lost his scouting SCV. That's bad. If Barracks had a scouting SCV alive, he could have killed Mini with the cheese rush. But actually, Barracks doesn't care. Oh, he somehow did manage to do that work drill when his scouting SCV was alive.
Well, this is gonna be somewhat greedy by Mini because he skipped his range up here for the robotic facility, and he doesn't know what's going on. I think this is just gonna be forcing Mini to cancel the Nexus.
Yeah, I think Mini is just gonna die to this.
Well, we have to see. There's a Barracks being putting down.
I don't like that bunker location, but I guess Barracks just wanna kind of play safe. But to be honest, you can always put down your bunker very aggressively when the Protoss doesn't have a Zealot alive.
Well, I guess Mini will be not canceling the Nexus here.
Why did Mini not cancel this Nexus?
Well, I have no idea, but these number of Marine and the Vultures are already on the way. The Vulture Spider Mine research is almost done.
I think Mini just made a mistake. Like, there was no reason for Mini to not cancel this Nexus.
So
maybe
he
he
just canceled the Nexus.
Yeah. Any professional Protoss player would have cancelled that Nexus.
Well, you might be right because he cannot be able to afford putting down second gateway or go for. But he's just kind of relying on a single gateway production.
And okay, he's doing a Dragoon drop outside of his natural, but the thing is, Barracks is also a professional Terran player, and he would know this.
Yeah, more Vultures putting down some spider mines to have some map control.
Right.
These 2 guns are moving out.
Wait, does Barracks have something on his natural? Okay, there's a siege tank. And is that research siege mode? I'm pretty sure it's siege mode. Alright,
yes,
60%.
Those 2 guns are going to be doing some work here, and now Mini needs to make some decision making whether he wants to do some harassment at the Terran's base, or you want to use your Reaver to clear this bunker on time. But I guess he's just going to be directly moving towards to Terran's natural, but there's already the Nexus being warped.
That's a funny place to warp down a Nexus, right?
It's I guess I would say it's a hidden expansion.
Yeah, it's almost like a hidden expansion, but still, Terran already has his natural, and if Protoss can just warp a 3rd Nexus at this point, maybe it's fine for Protoss, but not a great game, but it's fine. But Protoss, okay, we gotta watch this. That shuttle took a lot of shots. There's 1 shot away from dying.
Oh, the Scarab.
Okay. Oh no.
That wasn't what we were expecting, because I guess Mini wanted to take down the siege thing with the 2 shot, but the scare was getting stuck.
This game is now looking very bad for Mini. If Barracks just does a timing at 5 factory like timing push, Mini won't be able to stop it.
Those Marines are gonna get sacrificed, and now those probes are gonna be being transferred. So now Barracks will be realizing where the Nexus is. Now probe was moving towards to the north, so it must be at the somewhere at the northwest. And Mini is putting down another Nexus.
Let's see what Barracks is gonna do.
Well, Barracks does have decent amount of workers. 41 workers. I don't see armory whatsoever. He's adding more factory.
But still, doing a factory timing attack without an armory is a bit risky because you always got to consider that shuttle reaver micro play. So doing a timing attack with an armory and with some glass is the best choice here, I think. But, let's see what Barracks is gonna do.
Yeah, the reaver will be just sitting over here.
Yeah, so what Mini wants to do is just kind of buy lots of time. He needs to buy lots of time to saturate his third, which is on his natural, and add more gateways and have enough army to hold off Barracks' attack.
I kind of find Barracks is just kind of making so much of a worker when he's going for the timing attack, and now I mean, he does have the worker lead and then the supply lead here too, but thing is, my question is, if he was chopping up that SCV, like stopping at the 40 worker, he could have gotten the 4 factory, 5 factory much quicker than usual, but now, I think this is just kind of giving Mini so much of a time to recover already. 4 gateway reaver production, and more reavers are coming out. And he accidentally lifted up the command center.
Oh yeah, I guess he did because those CVs that were mining the gas were just kind of out of position. Okay, so I kind of didn't understand this game. Mini wasn't able to cancel his natural, so he gave away 400 minerals for free, and he even gave away his reaver. And that reaver didn't really do anything, right? So I was thinking that Barracks is just going to take this game easily, but there is still a chance for Mini to turn around this game.
Yeah, those 2 reavers are gonna be doing some great work to buy some time, but will he be able to show some like nice reaver micro like how Snow usually does? But this is just so much of a siege thing. But this is a high ground reaver, gotta be careful.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Barracks has to be careful, extremely careful. Oh, that tank could have killed the reaver, but there was no vision. Okay, he only has siege tanks here, and Mini. What does Mini have? Does Mini have enough gateways?
Well, Mini has only 4
Oh,
gateways.
only 4. All right. But this 2 shuttle drop has actually killed all of Barracks' most of his siege tanks. And there's only 1 siege tank. Oh, if he just could have loaded that reaver, he could have defended this timing attack. But while this is going on, Barracks doesn't even have this +1 going. So if this attack fails, Barracks has a very bad future.
Yeah, this pressure is just so much for Mini to hold up. I mean, this was a pure 5 factory without the armory, and
Right.
Mini just relying on a 4 gateway with the reaver micro. This guns are just getting melted.
Yeah, if Mini was on a good condition, he would have microed that reaver perfectly and stopped this attack, because this attack wasn't coming out with any Goliaths or anti-air. But he kind of missed this attack coming out, so he wasn't doing that reaver micro perfectly.
But I guess this 1 photon cannon was doing lots of work. Find some time, the reaver is out here once again. Okay, more tanks are coming, but I think Barracks really needs to add more machine shop. And the thing is, I mean, hey, if you're going for the timing attack, why are you making so much of a SCV like this, like 55 worker?
I think he made more SCVs as soon as he started to pressure this 3rd Nexus. But the thing is, because Barracks' second machine shop is so late, if he loses too many siege tanks here, the game is going to be a bit dangerous for Barracks. He needs to add that second machine shop.
Yeah, that's what something he really needs to happen. We are seeing Mini is queuing up lots of worker here too, but I guess he's just struggling to defend this timing attack, and he's just gonna go for the backstab here. Finally adding the second machine shop and a starport follow-up.
Alright.
Okay, there's a 6 factory, but still no command center.
Well, but still, because Barracks had a very delayed second machine shop, he does have a lot of vultures.
Yeah, vultures are retreating back home, but these two high ground siege tank are buying some time, but these are the two Reaver.
Okay, if Mini loses all of his... Wait. Uh-oh. There are too many Dragoons and that Reaver is actually hiding underneath that engineer bay. And Barracks has just lost too many vultures. Oh no, wait.
Oh my god, is he really gonna be losing the game? Because the tank count is so low?
Uh-oh. Yeah, this is what we just said. Because he was only relying on a single machine shop. If he loses too many tanks, the game might just be dangerous. And what Barracks had was a lot of vultures, but those vultures just kind of came in and suicided it on those Dragoons and Reavers. I don't know what Barracks was doing.
That Reaver micro is just insane. One tip away of nicely connecting another 4 SCV. Guns and Zealots are moving forward, but now Barracks is easily gonna be defending it. But the thing is, Barracks main base is gonna be mined out in the next couple minutes or so. Mini is gonna be mined out as well too.
Yeah, Mini will get mined out faster than Barracks, but now Barracks lost way too many siege tanks, so it's gonna be hard for Barracks to get a third command center.
Well, I think he's just trying his best to send out the vulture on time to check out whether there's an expansion or whatnot. But this vulture like suiciding at the bottom bottom middle, just waste of money I would say, and he really needs to take another expansion for Barracks because main base is gonna be getting depleted here.
Those two vultures getting inside 6 o'clock it's just pointless. Mini just needs to send Dragoons and just kill them. So now Mini can send his transfer his workers to 6 o'clock. And because Mini has only 40 probes, it's pointless for Mini to build a 4th Nexus because he won't have enough probes to kind of saturate that 4th Nexus. So I guess Mini is going to take another Nexus as soon as he has enough probes.
We're hearing lots of scan goes off to figure out where the Protoss army is, and now I think this is gonna be the go time for Barracks. And Barracks, I don't know why, but most of the time he just cannot wait. He just wants to attack.
Yeah, that's the trademark of Barracks. He is very aggressive.
But there are the double Reaver. Oh my.
Okay, I don't know why Mini was wasting all of his Dragoons here, but I guess Mini just kind of felt like that.
Well, that trade did go well, really well than I was actually wasn't expecting. And there's a third commissioner is now done.
Yeah, these games are looking very weird, to be honest.
Well, this game kind of reminds me of the game number 1 on Polypoid. Wait, what? No, game number 2 on Polypoid. Okay, but before that we are seeing Mini is trying his best to escape these two guns, but it will get cleared.
I wonder why Mini lost all of his Dragoons there. Like there wasn't a really huge reason to fight there. Like I guess he had a high ground advantage, but those Dragoons weren't stepping on that high ground. So.
Yeah, oh my god, the storms are ready and...
Oh, and while this is going on, Barracks just lost all of his SCVs on his natural. Oh no.
Okay, I wasn't actually watching, but that did tons of damage, I suppose. Okay, that's another storm. goes off.
Now Barracks doesn't have anything. Okay, he has a third command center, but he lost all of his siege tanks, all of his workers, and he only has 60 supply. This is so sad.
Yeah, not gonna be looking so pretty for Barracks. And this time, interestingly, that Mini is not making that much of a worker.
Yeah.
Because we saw him making about 70 worker against Terran in the late game potential. But I guess this time he's just gonna be playing on a low eco play style. Keeps bringing all of his army and go for the attack, and there's another shuttle diving in. Okay, never mind, not diving in yet until the observer arrives.
Oh man, that is just annoying. Very annoying. And Mini, because he knows that Barracks is very low on workers, he's going to have a lot of confidence on attacking this third base. Like, there's nothing for Barracks to do. He just has to stay still and just make workers. Oh, and this bomb is just gonna destroy all the tanks because there are no missile turrets here. Oh,
yeah, those Reaver and harassment is just doing tons of work, and you know, I was kind of like missing out all those storm coming into Barracks natural. And thank you for catching that, Legoman. And yeah, that was I thought Barracks was leading. I thought Barracks was leading the game because he was hurting Mini so much in the early stage of the game and killing the Nexus, and also did tons of damage trading up Protoss army at the 9 o'clock side. But something just went wrong for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, Barracks should have got his third CC and get his upgrades and play slowly, but because Barracks is a very aggressive player, he did destroy Mini's Nexus, but he did lose a lot of army while that happened.
Yeah, we weren't we weren't expecting Mini would have been making some comeback in that way. But we are going to be moving to game number 7, I believe, and the score is now 6-1 or 5-1. I don't think... Wait, was this a game number 7? Let me check. Oh, it's game number 7.
Yeah, it is 7.
Okay, so it's
so
6-1.
Yeah.
And Barracks, once again, he will be choosing the map Monopoly. And Monopoly, we have seen an amazing game, JYJ versus Bisu, a couple days ago.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And let's see how this game will go. Okay, spawning location in the bottom left, the yellow Terran. This is Barracks.
Spawning location on the top right. This is our red Protoss Mini. And speaking of the game of JYJ against Bisu, that game was somewhat kind of nostalgic because I really wanted to see that Arbiter play instead of that Speed Shuttle and Reaver High Templar. I was kind of getting tired of watching those games.
Well,
but,
yeah, that's true too. But Snow never gives up with the Speed Shuttle play style. He still does the Speed Shuttle all the time, and he's so stubborn. Like, even if he has like floating mineral, like 3,000 saved up bank, he just does the Reaver Maker the whole day.
Right.
And here's a Pylon Scout by Mini once again.
Oh man. But the Pylon Scout fails. It's going to 12 o'clock. So that probe has to move all the way down.
Okay.
So it's not the best start for Mini, but because Monopoly has a very, very close rush distance, this Zealot pressure will arrive very quickly.
Well, if I remember correctly, he has gone down for the 9 gateway.
Right.
And this is an 11 Barracks. And Barracks is getting... I don't know why, but that 12 refinery seems really, really late.
Yeah, it is very late.
So, but
Usually
anyways,
Terrans get their 12 refinery at like at the latest is 40 seconds mark.
right?
But when you do that mineral optimization, it's gonna be like 37 seconds or 38-ish. But that refinery was very late. I guess it's because we gotta look at this.
Oh my god.
No.
Losing that worker in the early stage of the game, that's just gonna be hurting him so much. And
Yeah.
if we take a look at Barracks' vision, he hasn't gone out for the scout yet. He doesn't know where Mini is, but the Zealot is already coming.
This situation is so annoying. Like, he has to send a late scout, but he already lost an SCV, and that scout is actually going to die by that. Okay, never mind. But this scouting with a very low HP SCV is also very annoying.
Oh,
wait.
No, the Marine.
If he loses this Marine, he's gonna lose the game, and I think he's gonna lose that Marine because this pro can kill that Marine. And okay, Barracks is going to... The hope is lost for Barracks now. I mean, there are 2 Zealots already on Terran's main, and Barracks only has 2 Marines. How is he going to finish this factory?
I don't like his factory placement. Why does he put his factory like this, like so far away from his barracks? And he just cannot defend his factory line. And the gun should be coming on the way now.
And Mini's not doing the range upgrade when he can. I think he's just gonna build a robo, or maybe do a very... Okay, he just got his range upgrade, but while this is going on, Mini has 2 gateways, and the game just ended right here.
This just makes Barracks look like a B-rank Terran on ladder.
Yeah, this is almost like a ladder game where the Protoss just kind of massacres the Terran with only Zealots and just be like, I'm so much better than you.
Well, the thing is, we have to know, Barracks played in a round of 24.
Yep.
And he's one of the decent Terran player.
Not decent. He's a 2,900 ladder point professional Terran player, and he's just flying to like this.
Well, I guess Mini is just such a great player. Well, he was.
Yeah.
Well, he was a ASL champ in the previous season, so of course we have to give him some credit, like how strong Mini is. But I didn't expect Barracks would be like losing the game like this.
Yeah, Mini is the early game god.
He's just an evil Protoss.
Yeah.
Evil Protoss, like ticking all those game away in the early stage of the game with the probe and the Zealot. And Barracks really needs to clear whatever he has in his mind thought, and just gotta be coming back. I know the score is already 7-1, not a good. Oh no, no, 6-1. Yeah,
7-1. 7-1. 6-1.
Yeah, 6-1 because.
Oh yeah, 6-1 because it's game 8 now.
A game 8.
Okay.
So yeah, Barry really needs to at least try to catch up some score before the total 9-game Ultimate Battle event finishes. And Barracks this time he will be choosing the next map in the way of an Eddy.
I hope he gets 2 games in a row. Gotta see.
Yeah, I want to see him making some comeback.
Yeah, if he loses all the games from now on, it's just gonna be sad for Preuss. Just really sad.
And this is one of the map was used in KSL. I think that was in KSL season 2. And we are seeing Mini spawning location at the bottom left. This is a pink. I think this is pink or pink
whatever.
Protoss.
And at the bottom right, purple, right? Or magenta?
Yes, this is purple.
Yeah, purple Terran. Barracks. Come on, Barracks. You have to step up your game.
And this is a this is a horizontal matchup instead of a horizontal matchup. I don't know how far the rush distance is, but I know this type of map, like a vertical matchup, is almost same distance as a what's it called, butter,
Uh-huh.
because you have to move out to your natural to the left side, and then you go up all the way up to 1 o'clock in the vertical way.
Oh, yeah.
So it's somewhat similar to the butter design. And we are seeing this is going to be.
Uh-oh.
Is this 9 gate?
Yeah, another 9 gateway. Because his 10th probe is relatively late. And let's just hope that he doesn't in like last game, but I don't know, he's gonna get the first scout already. Man. I mean Barracks lost at SCV even after Mini failed his pilot scout, so this is gonna be so annoying for Barracks.
Yeah, I mean he wanted to go for Rex expand, but the previous game I think he wanted to go for the Rex expand, or maybe in the other games, but didn't work out so well. But I mean, all the time Mini's probe comes into Barracks main base all the time and just ruining Barracks tempo.
Yeah, he's just ruining Barracks' life. But this SCV actually finished the Barracks without too much harassment. So, okay, there is some good hope for Barracks to stop this Zealot. And that probe was one shot away. Okay, so this is good for Barracks now. Keeping this probe at a very high HP is really important when you do this Zealot attack, because your probe helps a lot. But if your probe is so low on HP and just gonna die to those Marines, your Zealot push loses a lot of strength.
Yeah, that worker count is really low than I was expected, and
I think Mini has done the same build that he has done at Allegro.
So it's a game number 1.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a Zealot Dragoon, but the Dragoon is actually relatively faster because he cut down his worker production, and he's still cutting down his worker production for that second Dragoon. And I hope Barracks sees this. I hope Barracks notices that. Wait, what is this?
Pylon.
What is Mini doing?
Well, maybe he might gonna be putting down the shield battery over here.
But this is not gonna work. Well, I don't think this is gonna work, right?
Well, we don't know, because this is a high ground natural. This is a low ground main base.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work because Mini just lost all of his Zealots. I mean, the reason why this is not gonna work because Barracks had his SCV on Mini's ramp, and that Dragoon was very delayed. So, okay, Mini just lost 200 minerals here. Well, I guess he canceled that shield battery, right?
Yeah, he did cancel it. So I think it was still a good attempt. I mean, if he had those Zealots staying alive, he could have used that shield battery and could have bought more time for sure.
But I think Barracks made an excellent decision, pulling up those SCVs and Marines before that Dragoon arrives, so that Mini doesn't have the high ground advantage. Excellent move by Barracks. And we have vultures running. Wait, no. Barracks, you don't need to be greedy about this. Wait, he just lost 2 vultures?
Yeah, he made 2 vultures and one vulture just died. Second vulture, dangerously low HP, but if you turn to the right side, gotta be careful, guns are still chasing.
Yeah, I think this vulture is gonna die eventually because these Dragoons are going to surround it. Oh, I think that Dragoon's gonna miss it. Yeah, go right side, go right side. Oh no, if you go to that way, the vulture's gonna get trapped, but I don't think the Dragoon wants to kill that vulture. Alright. But still, Barracks has, what, 7 worker lead already? Because Mini was cutting down that worker production. Oh, and because Mini knows that he is very low on worker count, he thinks that only DTs can solve this game. And because Barracks knows that he is in a huge lead, he's going to play safe. He has an eBay, and he has actually lost all of his vultures.
Yeah, those barracks has been taking so much of the damage, and CVs are repairing the bunker. The DT production should be on the way, but the missile turret is up, but the siege mode is also done.
Yeah, I like how he went for that siege mode research first because he lost all of his vultures. If he went for that mine research, he would have been repairing this bunker forever. But good thing he got the siege mode research, but you always gotta be careful of those dragoons and zealots just force attacking that missile turret.
I'm just looking at this Barracks MCD, like I guess he's just knowing of the DT rush. Okay, yeah, he's trying his best to save the missile turret, but oh my god, he didn't repair it.
Wait, those SCVs surrounded the missile turret. Why didn't he repair it?
Well, I guess he didn't click the R button on time.
Oh no.
Wow.
Barracks.
This DT is just doing tons of damage. I wasn't actually expecting it. Now he's lifting up all of his barracks, his command center. Try to finish his missile turret on time, but none of them will do. DT is just slashing on those missile turret one by one. Oh my god, 2 more DT just came. More
what if
DT.
Artosis sees this game?
Artosis?
Yeah, what if Artosis sees this game? He's gonna be so mad, right?
I thought Barracks had this game.
Yeah, Barracks had this game completely. It's a game that it's hard for Terran to lose this game because all you gotta do is just stop and put us all in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just lost my word. I cannot like say anything about it because what did he do wrong about that game? Like Barracks was on such a great spot, I would say, because
yeah,
he held those zealot. He pushed those zealot away and then picked up with the 2 vultures. Nicely done. And we are seeing once again spawning location at the top right. The blue Protoss is Minia, and he's already sending out the probe.
Wait, this is a very early probe, right? I mean, he sent out this probe even before his supply count got 6.
Right.
And you usually send out your probe for a proxy gateway on the supply count 6 or 6.5, but sending out this early means that you're going to proxy your gateway on Terran's natural or Terran's main base.
I think I've seen it somewhere. Maybe that was against Mini versus Light.
Yeah, Mini versus Light.
And we are seeing the pylon being warped at the natural. So okay, so where does the gateway fit? Over here?
Wait, yeah, over there. But doesn't the Zilla get stuck?
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we gotta see. I think.
What if he builds right there, like that? That would have been a better case.
No, you can't. That the gateway doesn't fit it. Wait, I think the Zealot's gonna get stuck at that left corner. Okay, but Mini, I'm pretty sure he has tested this map and has done this before. So I'm pretty sure Mini knows where to build this gateway.
And as Terran, whenever Protoss is not doing the gas steal with this early stage of the probe scout, you must be realizing about this. The proxy gateway. There you go. And
yeah, because usually when you're doing that proxy gateway, you don't if the Terran goes for the gas, it doesn't really matter because your proxy gateway is going to do a lot of damage before the factory vulture.
Right.
And because he has done the manor pylon,
oh my,
this is actually gonna be terrible for Barracks because
he doesn't have enough money.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough minerals to defend this proxy gateway. Usually, if you know it's a proxy gateway, you want to build 2 barracks. But okay, I think the game.
He's right now building the marine production on the way, but he does not have enough money to put down the bunker. Now there's gonna be the shield battery being thrown down. As every single SCV getting stuck behind a bit. What is it called? The manor pylon. And now this zealot is just trying to find some sweet spot to pick up one of the SCV, but okay, the bunker is almost done, but Not sure. More zealots are coming.
And Mini has actually built a pylon on his main base on the bottom corner. So I think he's just gonna hide a building there, I guess. Oh wait, I know what this is. Mini hasn't built his assimilator yet, so I'm pretty sure he's just gonna build a forge there. Oh no. Oh no!
Oh.
He's gonna get to a cannon rush.
I never have seen cannon rush in my life.
Oh my god.
Is this a thing? Or is he just toying around, underestimating his opponent?
I think he's toying around, Barracks. Mini knows that this game is already, you know, just on his favor. Because Terran has built a refinery and Terran couldn't even get to mine the gas. So what's the point of building a refinery? I mean, he can't even throw down a factory.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough money to put down the factory and to show battery.
And there are 4 zealots when Barracks only has 5 marines, and if a single photon cannon finishes, the game is just over. And okay, Barracks sees it. Barracks sees it. He needs to pull all of his SCVs right now to stop the photon cannon.
Well, I guess he wants to put down the bunk. Oh, that's not a bunker. That's
Wait.
That's a supply depot.
Why would you put it down a supply depot? You need to put down a bunker right now. Oh my god, the photon cannon is gonna get finished. The top one is gonna get finished. If it gets finished.
Oh my.
Okay, the game is done. Oh my god, this is so violent. Oh no.
This is crazy.
This is so cruel. I've never seen a photon cannon rush versus Terran.
And this is also a high level, pro level of PBT. Do not forget that this is Barracks who made it into ASL Roundup 24 in this season. But
Yeah.
the previous ASL champ, Mini.
This is this is not like a B ranked Terran player.
And Mini is just showing such a great performance with the. I guess he's just so brilliant with the early stage of the game, like how he should be playing.
Yeah.
And knows how to snowball from there.
Right. I think he just knows every execution, like what you need to do when the Terran plays like this or that. So
That was very impressive, and
yeah, and sad, kind of.
I mean, all you have to do as Terran, like, you just have to defend, and you could have some lead and win the game easily, but
Right.
I guess Mini was just so good at lying to his opponent that he's playing standard, like, hey, after this pylon rush into shield battery and then I'll go for gas, but
Yeah.
he went for the forge.
But the thing is, Barracks was also scouting Mini's main base, so he knew that there was no assimilator. So I guess Barracks was thinking that this is a 9-9 gateway on his natural, but nope, it was a forge cannon rush.
Yeah, that was incredibly great mind game series of how Mini was playing against Barracks, and unfortunately, that was a downside of for Terran perspective. He wasn't playing really well, but still great games to see from these ultimate battle event of total 9 games. And thank you for watching, and if you guys enjoy watching these great games on StarCastTV, please hit the like and subscribe button. We'll bring more fantastic gaming in the future, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye.